Bridge nav. Hi, we would like a ship move 50 meters 200 at 0.3 knots. Thanks. Pancake Gurchin.
Megan?
Yes?
I think I would like to start making moves to waypoint 7.
Oh, just head to 7 instead?
Yeah, so the idea of these waypoints was to see what was inside this kind of crater, but it really hasn't changed. And I think, you know, on the way to 7, we'll still be able to cover ground inside the crater, but waypoint 7 put us back on top of the ridge.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, we can skip 6 and go to 7. Do you want me to cancel this move or finish the move and then turn?
I think we can, yeah, we can cancel the current move and I guess reset and make the move towards waypoint 7.
Okay. Where's my mouse? Come back here. Oh boy.
So we are heading directly to waypoint 7 from waypoint 5.
Correct.
Go for zoom.
Bridge now.
Going for zoom.
That looks like a small coral of some kind. Could be a hydrocoral.
Oh, there's a coral.
Yeah, what do you think? I was thinking maybe a...
Took my Z bias off and now I can't do any zooms. So this is what happens when you have your Z bias off.
Is Tito flying with it?
No, he was flying with the Z bias on.
Probably Analopsamia, but it doesn't look very healthy.
No.
So the...
Wonder if it rolled downhill.
Yeah. But I do know that if we do see some of those types of corals, Laura Anthony from FSU is very interested in collecting them. She's doing a study on reproduction in deep water sclerotinian corals.
Yeah, I remember there tend to be a good abundance around this depth.
Yeah, it's like
Pilaster usually
perfect
around.
depth for them.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see them on top of the ridge.
Yeah, hopefully.
Are we seeing more biodiversity the steeper it gets?
Or
that was just what you were hoping for?
That's what we still hope for.
Still hope for.
But I think it will be most likely when we get a little bit to the east. So
what's our new
east,
bearing?
we'll get on top of this ridge.
Okay.
140.
So we are inside this crater that looks like a horseshoe.
So, yeah, I'm going to come back
halfway
and
into
lateral up to port.
Because the idea was to see maybe there was some
slowly. It'll take me a few minutes
different
to get there.
look to the sediment or the geology here, but it looks pretty even to what we've been seeing. So maybe we'll get to the top of the ridge. Maybe we'll see some exposed rocks there. And maybe some creatures colonizing them.
Oh, what's that?
Sorry, slow reaction time there. Go for zoom.
Going for zoom.
It's so round.
And we've got to beat the muck I stirred up.
What is that?
I don't know.
Huh.
Well, let's get a picture of it.
That's really weird looking.
I'm struggling a little bit with zooms right now, so go wide.
Going wide.
I don't really know what's gotten into me. It's that hour off I really went to see it right there. Too much time off. You can start to bring Atalanta around a little bit. A 140, I believe.
Well, maybe
All
we'll
right,
see
you know,
another
I'm
one
going
of
to
those.
pause the
Oh, there's a lot more
sampler,
current
Yeah.
as
here.
part of it.
I just paused the sampler due to the sediment.
Well, now that we're between these two like ridge features, it could just be accelerating here.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't centered on.
All right, restarting.
So is there any truth to the rumor that you're just driving back the way they came for 15 minutes just to trick them? On the see if they notice.
Shh! They can hear you. It's on in the lounge. You just blew our cover.
No, sorry.
That's a very funny thing to say.
I was just looking at the high pack, you know? Looked like somebody did a 180.
Go for zoom.
Going for zoom.
Yeah, let's see if this is an anemone or is it a cup coral?
I'm voting cup coral.
I think you might be right.
Okay, there? Huh. Yeah, sorry, I just don't have it right now.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Go
but
wide.
clearly
Going
it
wide.
must have been an anemone. I'm voting cup coral and then swerve away before anyone
See, I was right.
Yep, definitely a cup coral. No need to look here. Moving on.
I'm glad I had one watch of hitting my zooms so you guys would believe it.
Yeah, you were super on it.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week, but I won't be hitting my zooms.
I'll be here all month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like squat lobster party over there.
Mm-hmm.
What's a group of squat lobsters called?
I feel like it should be a party.
I'm going to Google that.
Please do.
I don't know if
The
they have
collective
a
noun
name.
for squat lobsters.
Or like a Pilates class. That's a group of squat lobsters.
I think it should be a...
A Pilates class of
Oh,
squat
Pilates.
lobsters?
I think that should be the official name.
That's hilarious. Samantha, that's outstanding.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, go for zoom.
Going for zoom.
I've got to get this before I turn over.
What is that? A rock with a squat lobster. Ooh. I really like that little tiny star.
Can't. Oh my gosh, this is how this is going to be. You guys, it's over for me.
Well, if squat lobsters are technically
I
crabs,
peaked too
Peaked on the
early.
12 to 4. Yeah.
I peaked too early.
They're not technically crabs.
well,
They're
okay.
crustaceans.
I don't know. All I can find is that a group of crabs are called a consortium.
Oh my gosh, that
Are
sounds
you
awesome.
serious? Oh my gosh.
Well, I think they're crab-like enough. What's a group of lobsters called?
Okay, go wide.
Going wide.
A claw.
Ooh,
A
I
clutch.
like that.
Oh, a clutch. How about a clutch?
A clutch of lobsters?
Bunch of lobsters.
A bouquet.
A mobster of lobsters?
Oh, that's even better.
A pod?
A pod of lobsters.
Lobsters.
No.
No, that's
I don't
weird.
know. I'm also
A
just
pod.
Googling this. I'm not really
Okay.
fact-checking that hard.
You didn't go all the way to Wikipedia for
Wikipedia.
truth?
You heard it here. That's where Nautilus Live gets our information. I'm kidding. Please, nobody repeat that.
Jamie.
Don't give it away.
How are the gauges looking?
Oh, I will do a check.
You don't need to write it down. Just do a sanity check.
Bridge nav. Can we do a 50-meter move, 140.3 knots? Thank you. That scorpion fish was really pretty.
Mm-hmm. we're doing okay.
Okay.
My phone started buzzing because it's 6:15 Hawaii time.
So
What happens at 6:15 Hawaii time?
It's cat
Sunset?
dinner time.
Cat dinner
Cat
time.
dinner
That's important.
So is that like your cat feeder buzzing at you?
Yeah, well,
Oh.
it tells me when it detects movement by the cat feeder. I think they figured
like-
out the schedule.
maybe
I think so, too.
somebody else's cat or meal relief is eating your cat's dinner.
The cats need meal
Meal
relief.
Mary, do you know how full pump, what are we on?
It is currently at
Go for zoom.
114,000. So I got 35,000 left.
Oh, video is swapping out.
Oh,
I think that
I think it's a dead coral. It's like
I think I've got
fizzle?
my mojo back though.
Okay.
It was a Z-bias problem.
Oh, yeah, I
Did
think
a
that would do
little
it.
beam draw. So Megan, are we heading like due south towards waypoint 6, or have they changed the plan?
The plan has changed. We're heading towards 7 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. It got really steep for a moment, so I slowed us down for this move, but feel free to speed back up. It's not quite as steep as it did do. Nothing else has changed.
Thanks, Gabby. See you later.
Oh wow. Thank you.
Mary, did I mishear you? Did you say pump number 4 or pump number 6 has 35,000?
Oh, we're on pump 4.
Okay,
and
good.
that has 116,000 right now. And then the one after that, which we haven't started, will be pump 5.
Okay, thank you.
And going 135?
140.
0.
135's close. Yeah, I think the urchins we're seeing now, these red ones, are actually micropyga. So they're not pancake urchins anymore. They're a different kind of urchin.
Are you still on SPL, Megan? You seem to have gone quiet.
Oh, yeah, I'm still on SPL.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just talk louder. Can you
Maybe
hear me
you
better
just-
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wondering where you had your mic, maybe.
Yeah, if your mic is
You're
just
fading.
slightly too far away,
Yeah.
then it makes a world of difference.
It's definitely got murkier up here compared to the watch we were on earlier.
Yeah,
Lots more suspended stuff in the water column. It's not as clear between us and the seafloor.
could
Is
be.
the current stronger as well? Maybe it's
Yeah, the
whipping
current is
some stuff.
stronger here.
And just stuff that lives in the surface sunlit part of the ocean, like the amount of that stuff deteriorates really fast as you go deeper and deeper. So
And the photic zone here will be hundreds of meters. I'm not sure how deep it extends.
Yeah, it's also not that dark down here.
Alright, we're pretty stretched out there, Tito.
Oops, my apologies.
No, it's all good. I just want to stay above 10 meters above you.
I was just fantasizing about being on that beach over there.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I got lost walking in here. Like, oh.
Any new questions, DJ? Out.
Tito, what was your last heading you were given?
140.
140? Thank you.
I was about to.
Bridge nav. Can we step 50 meters, heading 140?
Oh, wow. We've gone pretty far since
Yeah,
Let me confirm.
we left for a while.
covering a bit of ground, huh?
Are we going 0.3 knots still right now? 0.4? What's the last?
I think we slowed down a little because it was so
0.3?
steep.
Let's say 0.3 then. Bridge nav. We'll go with 0.3 knots.
This gravel has changed color compared to my watch. It was like, it's like a reddy orange color now.
Video,
it was much darker and black down below.
Unfortunately, because we don't, our white balance card is on the ROV arm that
so
we
it
can't
is a different
use.
color then.
This is probably not too accurate, as accurate as we can get it without being able to white balance
like
it.
in terms of the colors we were seeing 4 hours ago and what we're seeing now, you haven't adjusted anything on the camera settings,
No,
right?
yeah. But still, this might not be the most accurately white balanced.
Some kind of red and some kind of black are different colors to me.
Yeah. I agree, yep. I'm
so
picking
it
up
would actually, suggest like the fresher rocks tend to be black.
White balance.
And then as iron
No, it's on the arm
oxidizes,
that
then you can get
isn't
reddy brown
working.
color, so this might just be...
Can we not see that arm?
More weathered
Yeah, we can
stuff
zoom
that
in
we're
enough
getting
to
nearer the top of the hill.
get the white balance to work.
Lame.
Testable hypothesis.
We should put another one on the other one.
All right, looks like I'm done here.
See ya.
Time for bed.
Do do do. Do do do.
Pretty little blue fish.
One fish, two fish. So Tito, aside from this one, which is one of your more memorable dives?
Let's see, Black Sea 2000. We flew up on we found 4 3rd century shipwrecks from, I think, the Byzantine era, and 3 out of 4 of them were ship-shaped piles of amphora. Say that 5 times fast. But the last one, but the last one was intact in the anoxic layer and was pristine, pretty much a 12-meter mass sticking up and all that. That was one of my most memorable dives ever. We're also looking at live volcanoes off of Tonga, watching pillow lava and such form. That was pretty crazy.
That's amazing.
Toothpaste lava, it would just run out.
Then you can't get it back in.
Let's see, hydrogen flashes literally look like balls of fire underwater.
Cool.
And I would have to say that last year's expedition to Midway and the Battle of Midway aircraft carriers was some of the most exciting stuff I've ever done.
Yeah.
I need to check some of the footage of that because I can't believe I missed that.
I was pinching myself driving Adelante around. It was just amazing.
If you were saying that there was some sort of plywood cutout of something in the Tongan volcano dive, is that ringing a bell?
You might be mistaking that for a volcano off the coast of the Pacific Northwest called Axial. They used to have I'm going to go deep here, plywood cutout of Dudley Foster, who was the Alvin lead for many, many years. And I'm not sure why they did a plywood cutout, but all the Alvin guys used to try to drop their weights on it.
Man, I didn't know that was something I wanted to strive for in my life. But now I have a new bar.
Yeah.
It's a very specialized hobby.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have used names.
Yep.
But
this was, one was space, this is the other one. That's fun.
Yeah, I was definitely tuned in for that Midway dive as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just amazing. I had so much fun on that cruiser.
Mine was the when we went back to the whale fall. I wasn't there. I wasn't there for the actual whale fall when they found
Step 50 meters, heading 140.
But I did see the video. But when we went, they wanted to go back to see the degradation over the year. That was a trip to see how much of it has gone.
Did they have an idea of the percentage of whale that was gone?
I don't recall. I do remember, like, I think when they found the whale, well, there was like still things, like, it still had some carcass on it, still had some meat.
I've seen a little bit of that video.
Yeah, and then when we went back, there wasn't. It was just a lot of bone.
Wow.
As far as I remember. What was another bit that was really interesting? Oh, going off to hydrothermal vents up in the Pac Northwest. That was really cool.
International District?
Or? It's off of Canada. We were doing a 1C.
Was it the Endeavor?
Endeavor vent field, yep.
Yeah, that's the one.
I've been there a few times. It's amazing stuff to see.
Yeah.
Beautiful vent.
But EPR with the giant tube worms?
Yeah.
Like 3 foot tall. Those are kind of cool.
I don't think we didn't see any there, but I did remember seeing, it was one of those times in your life where you go to the vents and then all the things, like, you have a special on Nat Geo, and then they have this on that, and YouTube starts giving you stuff about it, right? And then one of them was like, there's like sea snails that have like an iron shell.
Wow.
Yeah, that live close, if not on the vents.
Well, this last cruise I just got off of, we came across a field of a snail farm, it seemed like. It was snails on these little towers they build of their eggs. That was very cool to see.
Yeah. I've seen that before.
Yep. I've only seen those a couple times off of Eureka, and this time at, I'm not sure it was Axial, it might have been the offshore site for RSN.
I seem to remember a field of them in Channel Islands.
I don't think I've ever seen that. That sounds cool.
Let me see if I can find the highlight.
So currently right now we're heading back up the ridge from inside the horseshoe crater. And we're going to track along the ridge line to make it to waypoint 7.
So Gabby, I'm guessing you're used to going 400 or 500 knots. This must seem quite slow.
It's a little slow. Yeah.
What are you talking about? We're cooking with gas. Look at the treads we're leaving.
Have you ever been supersonic?
No. No. Mm-mm. No, I just flew on a big 707 aircraft. So if that went supersonic, it would not be a good day.
It'd be falling.
It'd be falling apart.
But what a day.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can go supersonic if you push hard enough. We are moving right along.
So what's our ceiling on this dive?
Ceiling?
Or as far as the shallowest point?
It's going to be about, let's see, waypoint 1 is, or excuse me, waypoint 10 is 259 meters in depth. So we're going from 750 to about 250.
All right.
Yeah, there's a rock.
It's the biggest rock we've seen.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Bridge nav. Step 50 meters, heading 140.
Oh, never mind. Take that back. That's the biggest rock we've seen.
That's getting exciting.
Yeah, it's like we're getting a quest.
Oh man. Rocks.
You knew it.
Lots and lots of rocks.
Geology rocks.
How far are we away from the top of this ridge again?
We are almost to the top of the ridge. Just have this last step we're on, about 50 meters. And then we're going to make this turn and go along the ridge line. Cool. So and we have about 40 meters to go before that turn. And then we're going to pass by waypoint 7 and onwards along the ridge.
Oh, another rock.
What was that on the left? Oh, another rock.
Hoping to see some corals now. Or
yeah, we'll see more exposed rock, right? There is a fish. What kind of that?
see if you can get it faster than Megan.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to see more exposed rocks.
Pretty cool.
Really cool.
Tito, can I do a DVL reset?
Yes.
Thank you. Let's reset.
Ah, it's starting to get more interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're still on mute.
Got about 20 meters left, and we're going to make a turn to go right along the ridge line.
Excellent. We'll see how when we stop going uphill and we get on top of the ridge.
Okay. Hi all, letting you know we just finished our eDNA sample on pump 4 and have moved on to pump 5.
Such as darker sediment. Tito, can you pan to the right a little bit? You see the darker?
Oh yeah.
I can tell if it's sediment or different kind of rock. Do you have time for a close-up?
Sure. Jana, you want to push?
Interesting.
And when we came back from dinner, we were remarking on the difference in color, a little bit reddish brown to a little bit more black, and you can see it now.
Yeah, it does look like it's just sediment, but it is definitely darker than what we've seen before. At least I don't think I saw this kind of dark patch before.
Tito, we're
Wonder
going
if
to proceed
this
in heading
very steep slope is
160.
exposing some other layers of
160.
Yes.
I have
volcanic ash or something.
A question coming in is, there any aims to sample bottom substrate or do push cores in this?
Bridge
We don't
now.
have push cores on the ROV for this dive.
Can we step
and
50
yes,
meters?
there are.
Heading
Just interested in collecting
160.
some rocks. We're really after volcanic rocks that tell us a bit more about the history of and composition of the seafloor here. The carbonates have a biological origin, so they came after. Oh yeah. Oh. Can we get
Or is that a coral?
A closer look at that?
Can we push on that?
See more particles moving. Seems like a stronger current.
Yeah,
now?
I am dealing with a little bit of current.
Yeah.
looks like another little one.
Yeah, I expect that as we get on top of the ridge, we'll see more of these corals.
And our new heading is 160.
160.
So we are shifting from low tide to high tide right now. So it makes sense we start seeing or experiencing more currents. That may be why, very likely. Tito, can you take a look at this on the right?
On the right, the black...
There was a pink. You see there's a pink in the center? There's another pink fan on the right. I think it'll be... this one in front of us will be hard to see, but if you pan right, there's going to be another one.
Oh, yeah. Good eye.
Yeah, that one.
And you can push. I'm going to try and come in for a quick landing here. Oops. Maybe not. The current's pushing me around a bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, this looks like a harder coral.
And does that look a bit bleached? Is that what we hear that phrase a lot? Is that bleached?
It's probably stylaster.
And I've got to get a move.
So current speed right now is 0.3 knots. If we need to go slower or anything like that, just let me know.
Roger. I think we're almost there. I'm curious to see what the top of the ridge looks like, and then based on what we see, we'll plan the next move and speed.
Copy that.
Still going uphill. Very steep. There's a little crab there. Yeah, as we get shallower and shallower, we get more exposure of rocks. They all look like carbonates. It's been eroded.
There's a fish.
Yeah, that's a big fish.
That's a big fish.
Oh yeah. It's just sitting on the rock.
It actually looks like it's sitting.
Yeah.
Wow. And an orange.
Bridge nav.
What
Can we step
what kind of fish is
30
this?
meters at 140?
Like I think it's like a snapper, probably. At least in the group family of snappers. I'm not a fish expert, but that's what it looks like to me.
Well, what kind of fish?
A redfish.
My guess is something closely related to snappers. Trying to look at the animal guide.
It may be an orange roofie. I know there was a lot of fishing down out of...
We did. Oh yeah, we saw this one. Italis coroscans. That's the scientific name. But we saw it right here at Towel Island.
The same fish?
Same fish.
Wow.
Wow.
Man, what a small ocean. You know? Yeah, that's the current's getting pretty strong. Headline is having a hard time.
Okay, stronger current. Definitely reaching the top of the ridge line.
Yeah, you see where all those rocks that we're sawing downhill are coming from.
Yeah, it's drastically different.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get on top of these ridges and high relief places, the currents just kind of wash away any sand and sediments that fall on them and expose the rock, which in this case is carbonate, which that overlies volcanic rock. If we get lucky, we might see some volcanic rock exposure.
Left to get under.
And that's one of our goals, is to
Say again?
sample
I just got to work my way
for those
over
kinds
to
of rocks.
If we see some, yeah, I think it could be very interesting.
Copy.
It's hard to get a sense of scale for how big these actually are. These boulders here.
Yeah.
We've seen such pebbles and gravel so much, it's hard to...
Well, if you look in this down cam here, you can kind of see using the basket as a scale. I'm going to say the basket's at least
helpful.
1.5 meters wide. So some of these chunks are pretty enormous.
You see there's plenty of hard rocks here, but there's barely anything growing on them. That's pretty typical of exposed carbonates in tropical and subtropical regions and at this depth. I don't think they make good habitats for...
Looks like we got a few sponges.
There's a few, yeah, but they're not very abundant, right? You see a lot of bare rock.
Plenty of real estate.
You can see it's clearly been breaking apart and falling downhill.
I see.
So it's...
Tito,
So do you think if we were to,
go heading 160?
it'd be crumbly?
Trying to get back,
Possibly. It could still be quite hard, you know, over a long time. Ocean currents erode it, start dissolving, and will break. Sometimes in small pieces, sometimes in very large pieces. Large enough to cause tsunamis, for example.
All right, let's go ahead and stop the boat.
But the cracks of the rocks make really good
bridge nav.
habitats for fish. They like to hide in those.
Can we hold here?
That looks like at the top of the ridge.
So I need a little bit of reference to where I'm at in relation to Atalanta. There
Copy.
we are. Yep. Okay.
And the boat is holding.
You are...
Sorry, I'm struggling with the current here a little bit and trying to get back in a good place underneath Atalanta.
So wondering if the fact that there are no sponges here, is that because the sponges are so slow growing, or is it because the current is so strong they can't grab a foothold?
I think it's a matter of... but I have two ideas. One is either the substrate is too crumbly or too unstable for a large animal to develop, right? They might settle as larvae, and then kind of the floor beneath them kind of falls apart, or the larvae select against settling in this kind of substrate. Right? They either can sense that it's not very stable, or it's just not the right conditions for and make a good home. Maybe some of the chemistry of the rocks could be involved in that. We don't really know, but it's a really interesting observation. Tito, how do you feel about going up the crest of the ridge? Is the current too strong for that, or?
Not necessarily. We might have to slow down a little bit, and I may have to, you know, point into it to go in.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Some very well defined.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big fish.
Yeah.
Big fish.
Or
break.
Proceeding to heading
Point of a
190.
slab.
And,
190.
do you want to maintain this speed of 0.3 or slow
Let's,
down?
let's go 0.2 for a little while, please.
A couple fish.
Yeah. Let's try to
Ridge
stay
now.
on the ridge as much as we can, and if he gets to
We step 30 meters, heading 190 at speed 0.2.
yeah, if it gets too difficult, we can adjust the dive track to keep making moves, but maybe going back inside the wall of the crater, be more shelter from the current.
Yeah, bubble cam, you can really tell that defined edge.
Yeah, it's a big slab, and now it's kind of the edge of this large slab of carbonate. Again, plenty of exposed rock. Not a lot of creatures colonizing, at least not large creatures, so are easy to see with the cameras. Oh, that's another fish. There's something red here. Look like a fish. Maybe one more of the scorpion fish.
Yeah.
And you want to push?
Is it a baby?
It's just like a little thing.
No.
It's like a little fishy.
Kind of blends right.
Yeah, it's one of the scorpion fish. Probably the genus Pontinus.
And if you would pull.
This seems like a good spot for like a nursery kind of environment with all these little holes and pockets.
Ooh, I think that's a benthic ctenophore. Can we take a look at that?
Oh,
Yellow.
wow. Perfect.
There's quite a bit. If you look at this, one of the WCA cams, you can see quite a bit.
You want to push right in there?
Is this something we're interested in collecting, maybe with the suction?
This is a benthic ctenophore called Lyroctes.
Lyroctes. Yeah, I don't think. I think this might make a very interesting collection.
So we'd like to collect that?
It might fall apart. These
might.
are pretty fragile, and we would have to fix it in formalin.
Which we don't have on board, correct?
No, we don't have it.
So maybe let's skip it, since we don't have a good way to preserve it. But yeah, these are really neat creatures. I mean, ctenophores are comb jellies, and they're mostly pelagic. They live in the water column. But there's some species, like this one, that live attached to the seafloor.
Yeah, and if we collected it, it might sting us. So it probably wouldn't be very fun. Or maybe it would be too much fun.
Yeah, could you please pull? Thank you.
We'll proceed in heading 190.
190.
Ctenophore, this stings, really?
Bridge nav. We step 30 meters, heading 190.
Looks like it's raining.
It's raining outside, yeah. Ooh, what's a yellow thing? You see that in the center of the screen, Tito?
Yeah.
Let's start to see more interesting things here. But obviously shallower, so kind of species that we're seeing earlier.
Yeah, we're about
Would
330
not be here.
meters in depth.
Yeah, and it is balmy,
Yeah,
13.5 degrees Celsius. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's
What is
lovely.
this?
It's a tiny little thing.
Whoa.
What is it?
Maybe like a crinoid? I don't think I've seen this before.
Is that something to collect?
We should collect that. That's super
yeah,
weird.
We should collect
That
it.
is
Oh,
interesting.
Megan, do you know what that is? It looks like a crinoid. Yeah, let's try to collect it. I wonder if you can grab the rock that is attached
let's
to it.
stop the boat.
Bridge nav. Can we hold here?
And how would you like to collect that?
I think if we can get the rock that is attached to it, I don't know if it may be loose or it can be broken. Maybe it seems like it's attached to the rock.
Can you zoom in on the rock?
It could. If it's a crinoid, some crinoids are like more attached and they won't let go, but some actually can swim. Either way, I think would be interesting.
Yeah.
I would be totally impressed if it swam.
Yeah, right. It doesn't look like a swimming kind. The arms are really...
Yeah, it seemed more rigid.
Yeah. I've never seen a crinoid like this. Or if it's a crinoid, I don't know.
I'm pausing the sampler while we do this.
Okay.
What do you think? One arm tied behind our back?
Yeah, we can do that. Can we get I want to zoom in and see what kind of rock it's on. If indeed it's a rock.
Jana, would you push right in on that?
Doesn't look like it's on it's a grabbable rock.
So
hard
weird.
Hard to tell what it is attached to, but I guess we try to get just behind it.
I wonder if this, I don't know if you can see that dot there is the attachment to the rock. It's hard to see from this angle, but it may be.
Well, anything else will be downhill. I could get off to one side a little more.
I think it's okay to try to, unless you want to do that for.
Oh no, it looks like it's on the rock. If you look over here.
Alrighty.
Attempting to position better.
We can try.
For sampling.
Alright. Alright.
So I'll wrist rotate and grip, and you do everything else?
Sure. Alright. Cool. Alright. Cool.
Tito, are you good with a DVL reset?
I'm sorry, what was that?
DVL reset?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, that looks ominous, the shadow. Oh, goodness.
Sound effects. So this is usually where the Jaws song comes on. Dum, 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 dum.
You know, if I saw something black and yellow like that, I would imagine it would sting pretty badly. But this guy, I don't know.
Well, as far as I know, if it's a crinoid, they're not able to sting, but yeah, you never know. You know what? I learned that some brittle stars
Do you want
can
a little bit of
sting.
zoom?
Oh.
Yeah.
Did
some
you learn
really
that
cool
by
videos.
experience? Or
Huh?
you learned that by first-hand experience?
No. So some video of some brittle stars in Antarctica, and they just kind of like, there's a fish swimming above and just kind of like poke it, like touch it, and it drops dead immediately.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they start eating it.
Yeah, zoom in.
It's amazing.
Huh.
Just want to give you guys
Looks
a
like it
heads
just
up.
responded.
Oh, it closed.
We have
Look at that.
Oh, wow. We have another coral in the Omega box, but it's distinct enough from this one that I think will be fine. Just heads up if it starts
Just shoulder
floating
down.
over.
Yeah, I think it's fine if it goes in the same one.
Yep.
And just touch the ground to stop there.
Yeah, I think this is like a type of stalked crinoid. It
That's-
looks like very like prehistoric, you know?
Yeah, it does.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
look at that.
Well-
Poor thing. I feel sorry.
I'm just going to take you for a little ride.
Oh.
All right. That didn't hurt at all. And opening the sample box. Look at that. Nice
Oh,
work,
good.
Michael.
Yeah,
Man.
really good.
And
Sample
forward
star.
box opening.
It's a lot of practice in the arcade.
And I'm going to go ahead and could we come out?
Yeah, you can come out. Zoom out.
Yeah, that's max.
Coming right.
Yeah, make sure it's is the camera pulled back. I'll bring it back.
Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Gonna pan up.
Jacob, what sample number is this?
All right, this is sample number 24.
Number what?
24. We've had a few EDNA samples as well.
Roger.
Do you need those numbers? Right, you were supposed to mark.
Maybe just from here on out.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and jaw open.
Boom.
Nice.
Look at it.
And
It is
it's
intact. Look at that.
That was
Yeah.
a great sample.
You can see the stock as it was falling. Yeah,
Nicely
so that's the
done.
stock
Not
crinoid.
even a
Very
scratch.
good.
I put a stop on the thing.
I bet that's a really unique sample.
I just want
I was just looking at the images from at least the 2017 cruise with the Okeanos. We didn't see that at all.
In the box. All right.
Great.
Awesome.
Let's see what else is there here.
I'm going to bring the camera back out.
All right, the arm is stowed.
All right.
Boom. I dropped the mic if it wasn't really annoying to hear.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Great.
Nice job.
Okay, going to proceed on. We're going to be in heading 190.
190. All right.
I'm resuming the sampler.
And we are moving right along.
Bridge nav. Can we step 30 meters, heading 190?
Pilot, can you zoom in on this? I think it's a coral, probably.
The little pink one?
Yep. Yeah,
No,
the black,
feathery
dark
looking
one.
Yeah, give me a second. And let's...
The bottle brush.
Oh, if the thing we just collected is like a new thing, feel free to name it after me. It's cool. I don't mind.
I'll pass that along.
Yeah.
And go ahead and push.
Yeah, that looks like a black coral.
It looks like Capressopathes.
Do you know if this has been sampled around here, Megan?
We definitely saw this the last time we were here. I'm not sure if a sample was taken.
Yeah, no, I don't think we saw it or sampled it in 2017 either, so.
Do you want a sample?
Yeah.
Okay. Bridge nav. Can we hold here?
So my suggestion for this one is it'll probably just pop right off the rock and then put it through the suction sampler.
Yeah, these black corals tend to float. Although, yeah, that move will be hard with the manipulator, but.
We did some testing on our watch and the arm can go into that position. So it's a challenge if you're willing to accept it.
We do have the star sampling team here.
Take the camera over to the suction sampler.
Over to the right?
Yeah, over to the right.
And there's current, so we'll blow it away fast too.
Because if we can go down to the suckless sampler, if we can see it maybe. Okay, it's like diggling off the edge, so maybe we can just kind of position.
No way.
You don't think so?
No, well, yeah.
And then we just kind of get the arm to kind of like...
I'm just afraid I'll kind of kill it without getting it as a sample. Let me give it a shot.
Or at least closer.
Yeah. All right. So we think the most likely way of sampling this is to slurp it?
Yeah, although it might not come off the rock easy with slurping.
Yeah. Let me see what I can do.
Well, we just need it to get in the hose.
Down.
Yeah, if you grab it with the Orion and then you can just stick it near the slurp and slurp it in, that usually works pretty well.
Oh, you mean bringing it to the slurp, right?
Yeah, but I'd rather have the slurp there.
I see.
And then
that makes sense.
It's more nudging with the Orion.
Another option, if you wanted to hold the slurp gun, just sort of like put it over the coral and then scrape it and slurp it, because it should. The hold fast is really small. It should pop right off.
There.
I was thinking that. A third option is to throw it in the air and catch it with the slurp.
Yeah, let's chase it down.
That's the advanced.
Why don't you crank up the slurp, see what happens?
Copy. I'm going to change salvos real quick.
Just crank it up. Are we slurping?
You should be.
I feel like I'm as close as I can get.
You see it taking up some sediment around it.
Would you be so kind to reach over here and press the button that says lock all the way to the right?
Right here?
Yes, that one. Boom. And we're slurping 100%, huh? Let's crank up the section. We're going to go right up to zoom. Huh.
Okay. Okay. All right, first things first. Okay. All right. Now where are we? Is that it right there? No. That's not it. All right. All right.
So you think we're going to have to give it a nudge with the Orion?
Yeah.
The suction sampler doesn't have enough beans.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It looks to me as if it's practically touching the inlet tube.
It seems like that.
Yeah, but it's at like the bottom of it, the base.
Joanna, would you push in a bit, please? So while you're at 100% slurp, you think I should just kind of drive a little forward?
I don't know yet. I'm afraid it might like pop off and then we'll lose it forever.
You know, it may be in this current that I'm using so much thrust that I'm not allowing enough hydraulic juice for the slurp to do its thing. And should I bring the camera back, or we're not going to get that close to it, are we?
I don't think we're going to get that close.
Let me just come back a little. There we go.
Okay, now that we're here, let's figure this out.
Would you like us to zoom out and give you a little more aspect?
Yeah.
Jana, would you please? I think that's good. Now, what about grabbing see if you get the ball and just kind of slide it a little towards it? What were you thinking?
I don't know. I was kind of hoping we could just kind of like push it in and then have the suction do the rest.
Yeah, yeah. That may do it. You want to close the jaws and do it that way? Let's see. And I'm going to say elbow down. Judging here, you're on the money, maybe just azimuth left a hair. And I wonder if I just open the jaws and rotate counterclockwise, if it's going to hit the bottom of it. Let's see. Going to open up the jaws?
Yeah.
And I'm going to rotate counterclockwise. Boy, that's pretty close, but. So, is the pump ready to run?
Pump is ready to run.
So let's fire up the pump, and then I'm going to say if you just azimuth right an inch, we're going to be in a position to do that. Okay. I'm going to rotate counterclockwise again.
Can we zoom in a bit?
And I'm going to go clockwise.
Right there. It's like right there, dude. Yeah, maybe we,
I'm going to say we're not getting enough slurp action here. But it is running. It is running.
It's running.
Yep. I wonder if I dial down the joy gain a bit to see if we get some more pressure.
Let me, if I can,
yeah. And I'm going to try the roll again. 1, 2, boom. And I'm going to come the other way.
Yeah, I guess we can try getting the ball.
Okay, let me...
Oh, I'm all the way pitched in. Oops.
Just azimuth a little. And wrist in. Excuse me, L, no, that's... Ooh,
There you
right
go.
there, yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and close the jaw. All right. I've got a firm grip on it. I can see it starting to have an effect on it. You want to try just another movement like that, a tiny bit? Come on. I think one more like that.
Doesn't want to go.
It could be the slurps up again. Ooh, there we go. Azimuth in again. Shoulder up a hair. Forearm down a hair. Yeah. Oh, look at that. You're right there.
Oh, come on. Get into your hole.
Oh.
I am
It
on
still
it.
looks like it's attached to that little rock.
I am on it. Oh no, it's not.
You have it.
I have
Sort
it.
of.
It just doesn't want to play nice. All right. All right, hold on. Give me a second.
Stretching.
Okay.
All right. Block in.
No. It's actually...
Might need to move the Herc a bit now. Might need to move Herc now. We can just like move.
It's not floating away. That's good news.
Yeah. Maybe that little bit of rock that's on the bottom.
Yeah.
You want me to rotate the heading just a hair?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you be so kind as to push the stick lock button again?
All right.
Yep.
Unlocking.
Oopsie. Think you can reach out a little bit for it?
I hesitant, but okay.
Oh.
Oh, now it's hooked. I've never been bested by a coral before. We could. Oh no, this is we are. No, this is personal.
Yeah, you have to get it like this now.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
All right, azimuth
yeah,
left.
yeah.
Azimuth left. Azimuth left. Oh, damn, I can't get low enough. Oh, come on. Right there, right there, right there. Oh, oopsie. Oh, come on.
Yes!
Yeah! There it is.
All right.
Nice. There it is. That was slurp number 1.
You're welcome.
Oh, man. I didn't realize I was holding my breath.
And let's pull.
Nice job. Just to clarify, that is slurp number 1.
Let's go ahead and move the
You want to get 5 more of those?
We'll move the suction. We'll move the jar just in case it doesn't silly like crawl out or something.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Whew. Jacob, is that sample 25?
It is.
Copy.
Well done.
Wow.
No.
Perseverance. All right.
And that was like
Great job. We all clapped for you up here.
I'm
So
going to go,
are
that
the
was
viewers. They are
98% luck. Yeah.
Before we leave this area, I thought I saw something else. If we could just zoom in right here.
What did you see?
Could you draw
It looked
the-
like a different type of black coral. It should be about center screen.
Yeah, would you go
Off
ahead and push,
screen?
please? Could you doodle around it if you see it?
I'm not
I
in the
see
doodle
a
seat.
small
Not
one. I
doodler.
see a
I
small one
don't
right up
see
and to
it
the
in-
right.
Do you see it right now, Megan?
We were full zoom when I saw it. It was right next to where the Pressipathes was.
So just want to give you guys a heads up. Looks like
Zoom in.
I'm unable to connect to the server right now.
Was it, what kind of shape? Was it that whip on the right side of the screen? This one?
Yeah, it was kind
Jana,
of like
would
a
you please zoom
jumbled
right in?
whip-like black coral. It was
That's
really
not
hard
it?
to see.
No, I think that's something else. I think if you zoom out, I can draw it for you. Thing is, there's a whip here.
Okay.
Jacob, are you able to get in?
That might be it.
You're able to get in?
No, I'm trying it one more time. I'm seeing if it's just a weird... Nope. Yeah, I'll text Chris and let him know. So we're going to be going dark for a little bit. I'll just take hand notes.
Yeah, would you push, please? I'm just going to bring the heading around a little bit.
The hunt for the black coral.
And go ahead and push right in, please.
This is another type of black coral called sticopathes.
Yeah. Thanks for that image. I think we can continue to see several more corals in the horizon. It's likely we'll see more.
Copy. We'll continue on heading 192.
As we're continuing, I had a question I was waiting on because we were sampling, but so who does get naming rights when discovering a new species? What's that?
The person that describes the species.
That describes the species.
Sometimes there's no...
And you want to push?
There's a few rules. One of them is that they cannot name it after themselves, but they can name it after anybody.
After Michael.
Or anything.
No, I resume sampling.
Ooh.
What's that?
That's... looks like a... looks like it has polyps, like an octocoral.
You want to go right in?
That's full zoom.
That's full
Roger
zoom?
that. Looks like it has a veil.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is an octocoral. It has polyps.
It's a really weird soft coral.
It is weird. All those fingers poking out of the ground.
Are we ready to get underway again?
Yeah, I think we can continue, please.
All right, continuing and heading 192.
192, roger that. I'm going to go ahead and square up my camera. And I'm ready to go.
Copy. Bridge nav.
All right, next sample.
Step 30 meters, heading 192.
Oh, this is the right one. There we go. That was fun.
That took a lot more energy than it should have.
Yeah. Let's not tell anybody about that.
At its strongest, how much suction power does the suction have? Like,
I couldn't quantify that.
Yeah, it's hard to, like a shot back, like that strong, or would it be like?
I would say a bit stronger than that,
Oh,
but
nice.
it's pretty much an effluent pump. I'm going to say that part of the problem is dealing with so much current. It's a hydraulic pump, and I'm using so much thrust to stay down, keep my heading, and keep the location. And then we're using the manipulator too. So what's left is going to the slurp. So I'd have a little trouble believing it was running at 100%. But once we got it in the right spot, it went right in there.
Yeah, I was like you saying, I didn't even know I was holding my breath. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but when you look at some of the cameras, you see the water have a little shimmer to it. This is because this temperature of water is rising really fast. We're in a really steep part of the thermocline. Just in the last couple minutes, we have seen an increase in temperature of like 2 to 3 degrees Celsius.
It's up around 15 degrees Celsius. Wow. Yeah.
Can we see this black coral?
200 meters ago it was 9 degrees.
Yeah. Can you zoom on this?
Sure, let me go ahead and land.
there's another one back there, like on the log.
Yeah, it's cool looking.
This doesn't look much different than what we just sampled, is it? Slightly different color?
No, I think it is quite different. You see this one is 3 branches.
Sure, yeah.
It is a black coral still.
It's the same one. It escaped.
For this kind of species, the way to tell them is to look at the branches, which are really small, and the spines on the branches. So it's really hard to identify them from images, unless you already have a pretty good knowledge of the fauna of the region.
See that shimmer you're talking about?
Yeah, yeah, you see it now. Yeah.
Oh, definitely different.
Do you want me to hold here? Are we interested in a sample?
I think not for now. I think we keep moving. We got
a
couple samples, but it's
Is the ship moving?
We see later on maybe the cool one.
All right, I got to get moving. Let's see.
Annette, just wanted to double check if we're still on pump 4, I believe, or pump 5.
So is this an old law? No.
By the way, I don't know who these know, but that was.
Well, there's another one that. Ooh, look at that! Rock looks more volcanic. Yeah. Looks like a broken
pillow lava.
Pillow lava, yeah.
Wow.
Ah.
Interesting. Okay, well, we've let the ship get away from us, so I've got to...
Adam wants the whole thing?
Got to do a little scooting here.
We only have about 8 meters left in the ship movement.
How many?
8 meters.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a really cool fish, though.
Yeah, I think we're getting...
You got time, because I have to swing over. Got time to chill.
You might be getting pulled a little bit.
Did you want to take a better look at this?
Yeah, there's like coral on the left. I wonder if it's the same kind that we just saw. And then there's a fish a little bit further up. I think it's also this rock is interesting. It's the first volcanic looking rock that we've seen today at this site. I think it's too big for a collection, but maybe we'll see something suitable later on.
Yeah, once you take a look around, you see, you know, there's so much more than you notice at first glance.
Yeah. I think that.
Yeah, and you want to go ahead and push?
Perspective.
Well,
out of focus.
The ship's holding right now.
Right.
Okay.
Ah, this looks like a.
This looks like a primnoid.
Looks like a candelabra.
I think we agree.
And you want to go push it real good?
Push it.
Bam, 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 bam. Oops.
Yeah, this is definitely a primnoid octocoral.
What's a post-nautical? No grammar here. What's that little sponge? Go back.
Where'd you go back in, Jana?
What's that little yellow thing to the right?
On the right?
Yeah, keep going. To the right, I mean.
To the right.
Nope, a little more.
A little more to the right?
Yeah, now up.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I think that's another one of those crinos that we just
Oh,
sampled.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
We could
That's
take
the
a...
one that we
on,
collected. So that's interesting.
and they were so easy to sample. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for being
Yep, sure is.
Yeah, it's the same one. Oh, that's really cool.
Huh?
So now we've seen it twice.
The microcrinoid.
Hmm?
The
Is that a fish in the
microcrinoid.
We should go see that pizza fish.
Pizza fish.
Pizza fish.
I like the sound of that.
We just had the ROV guys switching seats.
It's the one off to the right and behind you. You pull it out and it'll slide forward. That's over on that side too. It's probably dangling.
All right, what are we looking at? What are we doing?
Looking for pizza fish.
What's a piece of fish of you? Waka waka. All right, where are we going?
Is pizza fish hiding behind the big rock?
It's orange and on the right, upper right.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was there. I don't see it anymore.
We can use the pen if anybody spots it from the
I
back
still
row.
see it.
Did you?
It's the upper left.
I brought the joy gain down to try to get some more pressure to the slurp system, so you might crank that up with this current.
That explains a lot.
Here we go. All right, the lasers are almost going up to pizza fish.
Is that it right there?
Yep.
Oh, the red one.
Oh, I thought we were talking. There was another one, I thought.
Huh?
I thought there was another one, but
Yeah, me too.
I didn't realize it.
Can we zoom in on it?
In just a moment.
I hope it's pepperoni.
Go ahead and zoom in. Right there. No current, no. All right, zoom out. I didn't realize how bad the current was.
What kind of fish is that?
Sculpin?
Pizza fish.
Pizza fish. All right.
Pizza.
Should have.
That's what Megan called it. Megan, what's the scientific name of pizza
You can
fish?
zoom in.
I think it might be a chaunax.
Ah, that makes sense.
It's a type of batfish, or it's in the anglerfish family.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you like its little feet?
Yes, I do.
Here's a couple without the lasers.
They're so weird.
Are we moving?
Negative. We're in hold.
Where are lasers, Michael?
Lasers will be in lights.
Roger that, thank you. Would you like those on?
Correction. The pizza fish's name is Halatea.
Halatea.
Cool.
Very interesting.
Are you slurp it?
If you could slurp it, I would love that.
Judging from the size of it, I don't think that's going to go well.
Yeah.
10 centimeters?
Be more like a panini fish then.
Yeah, I don't think the fish would fit. You know, our slurp nozzle width is about 1.5 inches.
Challenge accepted. All right, let's do this. No. All right, where are we going? We just chilling here for a bit?
Yeah,
or do you want to move on?
I'm going to slowly probably proceed in direction 193. Let Herc catch up.
Actually. All right.
I don't know if anybody taught you this trick before, but if you look at the shadow on the basket on the down cam, that kind of gives you a sense of your altitude.
Let's see, one of those black corals that we just collected. Like a
Michael, let's go in
Stichopathes
direction
black
195.
coral whip.
You're going 195?
Yes.
Possibly.
Bridge nav.
It's a good diversity of black corals here.
Can we step 30 meters in heading 195?
Very contrasting to the dive that we had of of a Tutuila, where we didn't see a single black coral.
Yeah. Is that a coral there?
I don't know what that orange thing is. Can we take a look at this, please?
Go ahead and zoom in.
Oh yeah, that looks like a coral.
I'm on Plexaurid for this one.
Plexaurid.
It would be a good one to collect.
I agree.
Is that a request?
Request from me, but it's up to Santiago.
That is true.
Yeah, I think it would be a good sample.
Bridge
I don't
nav.
see an associates that could confound
Can we hold here?
what we have in the bottom
These
box.
sort of like mid-depth Plexaurids are really unknown, so
I'm not sure what it is.
Zoom out, please.
They're complicated. Very complicated taxonomy. But
right there.
With more good reason to sample.
And have we stopped the boat?
The boat is stopped.
Biobox sample or?
Yeah, that had to go in a bio box.
Pausing the EDNA sampler for collection.
What was that? Bio?
Biobox.
Is it more chow?
And what kind of coral is that again?
What kind of coral are we thinking this is?
It's definitely an octocoral. It resembles corals in the former family Plexaridae, but that is probably wrong. There's a new taxonomy.
Would you square that up and zoom in on it?
The new taxonomy is put these guys into the Paramuricidae, but Plexaurids still exists as a family, but it's much smaller now.
Yeah, that's right. What I meant is, yeah, these ones are probably not in the Plexauridae. I was gonna guess it could be a Paramuricia or Placogorgia or one of those genus. It's still a family that is under active study. There's a lot of species to be described. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a new species, but it's hard to tell until do analysis, morphological analysis and molecular analysis.
And that often is a multi-year process.
Yeah. Some people, some taxonomies are really dedicated to that, and they can probably do a description within a year, but yeah, it takes time. Yeah.
Zoom out.
Some could take centuries. There's plenty of samples in some natural history museums that nobody has looked at since they were collected. There's just not too many people in the world that are able to identify these animals.
So kids, if you want to name a species.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of marine species to be described. Very important work.
Jacob, what number is this?
This is sample 26.
Thank you.
Is there a light that is off on the...
No, it's being
I'm
blocked.
just blocking it.
Yeah, my colleague Andrea Quattrini at the Smithsonian Institution is doing a lot of work in understanding the diversity of this family of corals. I bet she'll be really interested in this sample.
Asako Matsumoto, too, would be very interested in the sample.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
All right, we got it.
I wish somebody would be as excited about seeing me as they are about these corals.
I bet there are many people.
All right. GG. GG.
Sweet. We'll continue on, heading 190.
eDNA sampling resumed.
Let you get ahead a little bit and we'll proceed on.
There's something white sticking up there. Center screen. Looks like a coral.
Zoom in. You can do more.
Strange octocoral. Do you have any guesses about this, Megan?
Where's it out?
It looks familiar.
Maybe Paraisis?
No, it's not Paraisis. I know we saw this on one of the expeditions. It's in the family Ellicelidae.
But 9.5?
But I don't remember if we had a better name for this.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ellicelidae are
Can we step
pretty diverse.
30 meters,
This kind of depths and a bit shallower too.
It's definitely the bushiest one I've ever seen.
The bushes? Of this kind or?
Yeah, this kind. Usually the Ellicelids have been more sparse branching or whip-like, but this one had quite a few branches.
Yeah, in the Atlantic we see them more also as fans with more dense branching, so they have a diversity of morphologies in that family. I mean, it's pretty common for corals. They can come in many different shapes.
Yeah, we definitely noticed that even within like families or just a single species, it can be very different.
Zoom in real quick.
Yeah, that looks like another Celaster. Seen a couple of those. Those are hydrocorals.
And zoom out.
A lot of these are smaller. Does that mean they're more recently kind of started growing, or younger?
But often it's possible. Another possibility is that on unstable environments, once an animal like a coral gets too large, it can get topped over or detached from the surface. You see that very often in canyons.
I see.
In general, the stylastrids don't grow very large in comparison to some of the other types of corals, like the coralliums can get a bit bigger.
Yeah, they're brittle too, so they can break easy. In some places you can see them get some pretty decent sizes.
Yeah, like up in Alaska, the stylasters get really huge.
Yeah, and I remember it comes to mind also a spot in Puerto Rico when we saw a really large garden of stylasters that were, 50 centimeters or larger across. Yeah. Very, very fascinating.
This rock here seems different.
Yeah, it does, right? It looks more darker, more rusty looking. Maybe we saw pale lavas. So this has the texture of carbonate. You can also see carbonate getting manganese coating in some places. So as it begins to get the coating, it looks kind of brownish, and then eventually it becomes black. Iron manganese coating, yeah. That's another of those black corals that we sampled.
Things are starting to get steep.
Yeah, it should be.
Can head in heading 200 to get back up on the.
Yeah, so the summit of this ridge is like 260 meters deep. So we have 75 meters vertical to go before reaching the summit. That's another stylaster.
Bridge nav.
Me thinking that maybe we should collect one of those stylasters.
Can we go 30 meters? Step 30 meters.
I think there was a request for stylastrid corals on the list.
Yeah, I'm sure there is, from Steve Cairns probably.
Is that a request?
Let's see. Yep, there it is. I think we got all the corals covered in this list of requests. Oh.
So